Hello everyone, welcome to Simple Crochet channel. I'm so glad to be with you in this video. In this video we are going to make square 4 for our crochet along project. I hope you like it and find it clear to follow. In the previous video we have made this square which uses half double front post stitch. This is the modified alpine stitch, and we have made this variation. In this video I'm using the same stitch with another technique and another pattern. Today I'm going to introduce another technique using this stitch with another variation. This is exactly the aim of these videos and these crochet long projects, that you can use one stitch with different variation to create many shapes and many patterns. So I have used here this stitch but with another variation, and I'm going to tell you what I made in this square. I hope this is clear. I have made here the only stitch which is the alpine half double crochet modified stitch or half double crochet front post. That I have made my 26 chains and made 2 rows of half double crochet, regular half double crochet. Then I worked this modified alpine stitch in a stitch and another half double crochet in the next, and alternate between half double crochet front post and half double crochet front post and half double crochet. Of course, when I made this half double crochet front post, I skipped the stitch behind it. So I have made 13 half double crochet front post and 13 half double crochet in between each one, and then I do a row of half double crochet. Then I alternate between half double crochet and half double crochet front post, but with each stitch that I made with half double crochet, I made half double crochet front post on it. So it creates this variation, this one, and I will be posting a diagram or a chart for this stitch next week. So this is one of the multiple variation that you can do with this stitch. This is the first one. Now another variation that I made, and some of you asked how did I do it, is this variation. You can see that I used the same stitch but with a different technique. I did 2 rows of half double crochet, started all these stitch and all these variation with 2 rows of regular half double crochet. Now in the third one I made 2 stitches of half double crochet. Then in the third one, in the first row that I made with half double crochet, I made half double crochet front post, then half double crochet, then half double crochet front post, then half double crochet, and I continue this alternating between half double crochet and half double crochet front post for 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5. Why? Because I have here 26 chains. I need my pattern to look exactly the same with these 2 parts, so I adjust the number of my stitches to the design that I made. So I have made 5 border or lines of half double crochet front post and 5 stitches, half double crochet stitches in between each one. And after doing the 5th one here, I made 2 half double crochet, so I will end up with 5 border or 5 half double crochet stitches and 5 half double crochet in between, and then I end up with 2 half double crochet to find my square equal and unified like this. And I will post another diagram for this variation if you wanna like to do it. And I have made another variation with another stitch, which is I'm going to show you in this video. This variation I'm going to use half double crochet front post puff stitch. It's a long name, but it's combination between puff stitch and the half double crochet front post that or the alpine stitch that we have discussed in the previous videos. You can see that I have made here, I don't know if this is clear for you. Here I have made my 26 chains. Then I did 2 half double crochet. Then I made half double crochet front post, regular one like the previous video, and 2 half double crochet, and I did these puff half double front post. You can see this, it pops up a little. It just pops up a little. You can see that it has 4, like a flower with 4 petals, or like this. I have made this and this and this, and in between I counted my stitches, so I adjust these stitches to equal my 26 chains, and end with another border and 2 half double crochet. All my squares I like to do this design or work the design in between these 2 border here, so it's clear for me to see the design. The design that I'm going to do with you includes this stitch, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do the variation of this stitch with another design more than these squares. We started with chaining 26, then chain 1 for the height, and work 2 rows of half double crochet as you already see and do in the other square. With starting new rows, you have to chain 1 and turn. Now this is row 1, row 2, row 3, and we start our stitch at row 4. Chain 1, do 2 half double crochet in the first 2 stitches, then do this shape which is like the T, and it is under this first row stitch, the third stitch in the first row. We are going to make half double front post, only 1 half double front post. Now do 2 half double crochet, then we find this shape which is half double front post but puff stitch with only 2 time puff stitch that you work in the same stitch 2 times, and I will show you. Then work 2 half double crochet, then half double crochet front post, then 2 half double crochet, then another 1 puff half double front post, then 2 half double crochet, and so on, and reach until I reach the end and chain 1. And after doing this row, which include the half double crochet front post, you need to do another whole row for half double crochet regular one. So this will give me the height for the other row that I'm going to work, and you just going to repeat row 4 and 5, just only 4 and 5 until you reach the end of 26 rows or the size that you want. Now I have already done my 2 rows of half double crochet, chain 26, then I did a row of half double crochet and another row of half double crochet, then reach this end here, and I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and I always mark my stitch here so I have straight border, as you already know. Now I'm going to do 2 half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook, and yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and another half double crochet, and then start my stitch that I'm going to do. Yarn over, insert the hook under this stitch here, the third one in the first row, and this is how you do half double front post or any front post stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook in this space between these 2 stitches, this one and this one, the second one and the third one, and around it, and you just pull the hook from this side and just yarn over from behind. Pull your yarn until it reaches the height of your row here, and just yarn over and pull through. With these 2 fingers you just hold your stitch that it gives you this shape. Now I'm going to skip the stitch behind the one that I made, the third one, and I'm going to do 2 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Now I'm going to start the new stitch that I'm going to show you, and just for some of you, you will find it hard at the beginning to adjust your tension and find it clear, but don't worry, you can practice it and you will master, I am sure of it. Now I have made here 2 half double crochet. To make my work unified, I just need to count from under this row 1, 2, and make sure that this is the stitch that you're going to work around or under. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook under or around the third stitch here, because I call it the third one because I have already done this half double crochet front post, and just yarn over and pull through, and just pull the yarn to the height. Now I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to yarn over and hold my yarn like this with this finger, hold this one, and just insert my hook in the same space again and do another half double crochet front post, and just pull the yarn through. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all these loops together. Now all the time you can see that these 2 fingers holding the yarn like this. Now yarn over and skip 1 stitch from here and do a half double crochet in the next one like this, and this is how you work your puff half double front post. Again I'm going to do another half double crochet and count 2 from under, and I'm going to insert my hook under this third one and doing regular half double crochet front post like this. So you can see that this is a little thicker than these 2, and just as the pattern says, this is half double crochet front post here in the third one, and this is the puff half double crochet front post, then 2 and half double crochet front post. Then I'm going to do 2 half double crochet, 1 puff, 2 half double crochet, 1 puff, 2 half double crochet, and continue doing this repetition that I did in this part. So I'm going to do 2 half double crochet, skipping these. Don't forget to skip the stitch behind this one I have made, because it doesn't make your work unified. Like this, and another one, and work another half double crochet puff stitch. This is how, and I'm going to show you closer. Like this, count 2, 1, 2, and under the third one I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over and pull through. Now, to make all these easy for you, when you yarn over, use this finger here to hold the yarn tight. Then insert the hook. All the time I'm using these two fingers to hold my yarn like this. Hold the stitches all the time like this, and hold the yarn, then insert the hook in the same place, hold the yarn again, and just pull through and leave your finger and just pull. This is how, like this. Then skip this stitch behind it and do 2 half double crochet. Again, I'm going to do this half double crochet puff stitch, skip or count 2, skip these 2, and I'm going to work under the third one. So all your stitches will be at the same size. I'm going to do 2 half double crochet, then I'm going to repeat this part. Count 2, half double crochet front post, skip 1, 2 half double crochet, count 2, and do another puff in here. Skip this one here and do 2 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then the last one, skip 2 or count 2 and do half double crochet front post. Then skip 1, you have last 2 stitches and do the last 2. This is what it should look. I hope it's clear. Now I'm going to work the whole row of half double crochet, regular one, chain 1, and don't forget to chain 1 at the beginning of each row, which will make your sides equal. Now I have almost finished, and I wanted to show you something for those beginners who can't do straight edges. When you end your row, always make sure that you insert your hook in the stitch previous to this stitch with the stitch marker. Like you can see here, this I have here stitch which is not straight at the other stitches, so I have to take care that this stitch maybe look like a sided like this or twisted a little bit, so I need to just never forget the last one here, and just do a half double crochet to finish this row. Now chain 1, turn your work, and you can just mark this row. Now I'm going to do the same repetition or the same pattern that I did in the previous row. So whenever you come to the front of the front side of your stitches, you are going to work in these stitches like this. 2 half double crochet from the first one, 1 and 2. And remember that chaining 1 doesn't count as first stitch. No, it only works for the height. Now I'm going to do a half double crochet front post in this one like this. Yarn over, insert your hook under this stitch that you have made, and just pull through until you reach the height, and do a half double crochet like this. And this is the shape that you can find in all the squares like this. This is the shape that I made in this variation, and you ask for it. I only work it in lines here, and half double crochet in the half double crochet, and half double crochet front post in the half double crochet front post. So simple and so easy to work. You can do all your squares like this. It's a lovely pattern, and you can do a lot of things out of it. Now I will continue doing this design with you. I'm going to do half double crochet, skip this stitch here, and do half double crochet in the next, and half double crochet in the next one, and I reached this stitch here. So I'm going to work half double crochet puff stitch in this stitch under this one here, and just pull through, and with this finger hold the yarn with this height, yarn over, just insert your hook under this stitch here, and yarn over and pull through, and do half double crochet puff stitch. Leave this stitch behind it and start 2 half double crochet. I reached this stitch here. I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook under this stitch and do the same technique. 2 half double crochet, now I reach this third one here. I'm going to do again under this, and you just need, all you need to do is just insert your hook under all these loops, because you can just take one loop and it won't be unified like this. And 2 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and don't forget to skip the stitch behind this one. Now I reach this one, insert the hook under it like this. You can see I'm using my middle finger, and insert the hook under this, and 2 half double crochet. I reach this one, 2 half double crochet, I reached the last puff. Skip 1, 2 half double crochet, now I reach this last one, and just skip 1, do the last 2. You can see that it's good to know that this stitch here, you can see, because we are using half double crochet, it has 3 strands. So some of you will think that I insert my hook in the back loop only. No, I'm just leaving this loop here because it is the front of the stitch, and I'm using in both 2 loops because the third one is just behind this here, like this. In both loops, and do half double crochet, chain 1, turn your work the whole row half double crochet, and repeat these 2 rows. This is what it should look like. Now this is what it should look like. You can see that you have here this simple stitch and this puff stitch here, and these 2 puff stitch in the middle of the square, and another 2 symbol in between the puff, like this. And this is very beautiful with bulky yarn. Also, I have made another design. I have made this design with the same stitch here and here, and did this pattern. Now if you want a chart or a written pattern for this design, you can just leave a comment in the comment section, and I will leave all the details about this square or any other square that you want in under your comment. Now I end my square with the row where I do my half double front posts and buff stitches like this, and this is what it should look like. Now I'm going to do the border for my square, but before doing the border I just want to tell you something. In these squares that I did, I find that when I finished all the pattern here, this pattern of these flowers, I find that the measurement of my square is almost 8 in length but 7.5 in wide. So I made my border with single crochet around this side and this side, and did half double crochet around this side and this side. So all my square is equal 8 inches from all the sides. Now this is something for you. You can adjust your square to the measure that you want. You can either do half double crochet or single crochet for the border, or you can just leave the stitches like this in here. You already have the stitch in here and in this side. It looks like this. So it is easily worked with while you are joining your square. And just do the border around this side and this side for you to make it easy to join the squares together afterward. Now before making the border, I just want to show you another variation which I've made with this puff stitch. This is the other variation. I have worked here 26 chains and 2 rows of half double crochet. Then I did like this. 2 half double crochet and then 1 puff front post half double crochet, 2 half double crochet and then 1 puff front post half double crochet, and 2 and 1 puff, 2 and 1 puff, 2 and 1 puff. Then I worked the whole row for half double crochet, and to start another row I only did 1 half double crochet, and in the stitch next to this puff I did another puff half double front post crochet stitch, chain 2 or did 2 stitches of half double crochet, then did another puff, and I continue all these row like this, and I'm going to work another row with you. Now as you can see that I have made a whole row of half double crochet, and before it the row of half double crochet and the puff like this. Now I have here 2 half double crochet, then the puff stitch front, then the puff half double front post. What I'm going to do is just do 1 half double crochet, only 1 half double crochet, and do a front post puff stitch in this second stitch here. Why? Because I'm always doing this puff in the stitch beside the previous puff like this. Like this. Now I'm going to do 2 half double crochet, skipping this one here, and do 2 half double crochet. Then insert my hook in this stitch here beside the puff stitch and do another puff 1. Now skip this one and do 2 half double crochet and continue doing 2 half double crochet and do this stitch puff and do a puff half double crochet front post in this stitch next to the puff stitch. And continue doing this all along the row. So you basically doing 2 half double crochet, then a puff 1. Skip 1. So it creates this shape here. So it creates that diagonal shape or this variation. And continue doing this. This is one variation, and this is another one of the puff stitch, and this is the third one variation of the puff front post half double crochet stitch that we introduced in this video. If you want any of these variation, you can just leave a question in the comment section or ask me on the Facebook group. I will be more than glad to provide you with all the information that you need. Now I'm going to do the border for my square. Chain 1, and just I'm going to use half double crochet to do this border. Insert my hook in each stitch here, in each half double crochet stitch until I reach the end, and I am going to make sure that these stitches here, the number of the stitches all around the sides are equal, and equal 24 stitches beside the 3 stitches in each of the corner that I'm going to do, and see you after I finish. Now I have made my edges here with half double crochet all along the sides with 3 half double crochet in each of the corner, and I'm going to measure it with you. It's 8 inch. And 8 inches. Again, don't worry if your square is not the same size as your other squares, as long as the number of the stitches all around the sides are equal. Don't worry about this thing. And now to wrap everything for you, I have introduced this variation, and I have made another variation with the same stitch, and a third one with the same stitch here. Of course, this one is not finished yet, because that's why it's a little bit smaller than these two. You can do whatever you like with this stitch. Either you do it in lines like this, or use it with like flowers like this for petal flower, or you can just do diagonal shape like this one. And I have already mentioned this variation of using rows of half double front post, this square, and we have done this square together, and this is just substituting or alternating between half double front post and half double crochet. And I hope you like all these variation and find something you like in them. If you want any instruction for any of these variation, just leave a comment and I will be more than glad to answer all your comments and questions. Just one thing before leaving, I just want to thank each and everyone who support me on the Facebook group. Your words and your comments just made me happier than ever. Thank you very much, and I appreciate every beautiful thing that you said. I hope you liked the video and find it clear and informative for you. If you like it, just please like the video and subscribe to the channel to support the channel. Thank you, and see you in the next video with a different pattern.